Hello everyone, this is Meenu Thakur, faculty at Delhi University. So in this lecture 3, we will cover the motivation theories, which is very important for your upcoming examinations like RBI and SEBI 2020. And I would assure you, I will try to complete whole the syllabus before the examination. So don't worry about it. So let's start with this session. But before understanding this session, I would really like to share the syllabus of of management subject like management, motivation, leadership and learning, HRD. Then we have training and development, communication and corporate governance. So these are the syllabus which we need to cover for these two examinations 2020. So let's start with the motivation theories. Before understanding these theories, these models, we would definitely try to understand the term motivation and why it is required in the subject of management. So basically motivation is a state of mind. It motivates employees to put their efforts beyond their potential so that the productivity would come into place in the organization, because ultimate the goal of organization is what? To gain maximum profit with the limited sources, so that the profit would be maximum and cost would be less. So basically it is a state of mind filled with energy and enthusiasm which drives a person to work in a certain way to achieve desired goals. So basically when the management has come into picture, when industry revolutions has come up in the world, so people were started to increase or expand the production, expand the business across the world. That time what they really need to do to enhance the productivity, because most desirable skills were lacking. What they can do, they can increase the productivity. For that point of view, they need to bring lot of theories, lot of principles, so that this reality would take place in the organization. Hence this concept, this theories most popularized during the industrial revolution era. A lot of psychologists have come into picture. They developed theories, different principles, different models to make true objective of the organization. So that is popularized since the industrial revolution. So in this session we will cover some important theories, especially for your MCQs. So I brought the most important theory of motivation, that is Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So what he observed, basically he was psychologist who tried to understand the psychology of employee or worker who are working in the workplace. So time to time these people were suggested to the organization's director to implement a certain theories or principles, so that the company can enhance the productivity of worker or employee. So basically under this model he described there are a hierarchy of needs which influence workers or employees at workplace. So basically he produced pyramid. Under that certain needs have prescribed in the ascending order. So at the lower level of need, the first one was physiological need. So that is still these principles are adopting by organization. So this is the first need which is required by any employee or worker in the organization. Physiological needs means water, food, shelter. So first they would want from the organization to get fulfilled these physiological needs. So this is the basic needs which is required by every employees. Next they look for safety and security. So once physiological needs get fulfilled, they look for the safety, they look for the security, the tenure of job, salary, promotion and so on. After this fulfillment, they expect for belongingness, the love, the self-esteem, the love, not self-esteem, the love, the affection, so that they would feel better, they would feel like family while working in the workplace. Next we have self-esteem. Self-esteem means status. After getting fulfilled all these below these needs, employees or workers look for self-esteem, like what is their status in the organization, what is they have dignity in the work in the organization, like a promotion, respects. So these kind of things they look for in the organization. After all these needs get fulfilled, then they look for self actualization. You know, after getting the self esteem, people would think about they realize their true potential, and then they compare their potential with the position acquired by employees. If there was something lacking or there is lacking, definitely their morale will get down while working at the workplace. So this is the point when company has to think to match their actualization, their potential with the work, with the position of the work. So this is all about the Abraham Maslow. Basically he talked about the motivation of employees based on these fulfillment of needs. Next we have I have just described in this manner, you just take a glance. Next we have model with the name of Frederick Herzberg two-factor theory. So again we have psychologist, this person has produced two-factor theories. What he said, this theory states that there are certain factors, two kind of factors are there in the company. One kind of factors relate with the motivation factors which influence employees to achieve the target with efficient manner, and another there are factors which are provided by company, but these factors leads to dissatisfaction. These factors are not sufficient to enhance the morale of workers. So basically why he has developed these two factors, the person this Herzberg has developed these two factors based on the interview conduction. So basically one type of factors named is hygiene. Hygiene means we can say maintenance factor. You know, company providing maintenance factors only to workers, and what they perceive after providing these hygiene factors to workers or employees, they get satisfaction, and after this satisfaction definitely they will put more efforts on the workplace. But this is not the case, because hygiene factors somewhere it leads to job dissatisfactions, like company policy, supervision, interpersonal relations, working conditions, salary, status, security. So this is a just criticism of Abraham Maslow. So this person is not believe on the needs, fulfillment of needs of the Abraham Maslow in the motivation context. What he said, these factors are just only the hygiene factors, and these are not sufficient to make satisfied people. So what he produced again a type of factors named is motivation factors, which leads to job satisfaction, like achievement, recognition, work itself, kind of work, in that kind of employees would take interest, responsibility, advancement and growth. So these factors must be there in the organization to enhance the motivation of workers, so that company can get achievement at end of the day. So this is all about the two factors theory. I have prescribed here, like Herzberg has collected data from the interview conduction in the Petersburg. One side there were engineers, another side there was accountant. So these peoples were giving interview to this person, where he can conclude it like these people are not satisfied with the company's policy. That's why company's productivity is getting down day by day. So you just take a glance, you will definitely understand easily. Next we have model, the name is McClelland theories of need. So again we have person, name is McClelland. He affirms that all we have three motivating drivers, and it does not depend on our gender or age. So basically he produced three drivers of motivation for the workers. One of these drivers will be dominant in our behavior. So what he said, if any one of three is found in the behavior of an individual, then definitely he will work beyond his efforts, beyond his potential. So that would be definitely a motivation part. Like one is power, second is affiliation, and third is achievement. So these three basically are motivating behavior. Like achievement, if we talk about achievement, that means it has a strong need to set and accomplish challenging goal. It takes calculated risk to accomplish their goals. It also likes to receive regular feedback on man's progress and achievement. Other of likes to work alone. See, if people would know after putting their efforts, definitely they will achieve something, they will achieve the target. So people are here motivated towards the achievement, then definitely the motivation behavior will find in in an individual. Affiliation means if an individual while feeling very affiliated, very belong to the group, or he feels or she feels very happy while working in the organization, then definitely the desired result will come out. So he prescribed like people wants to be liked and will often go along with whatever the rest of the group wants to do. It favors collaboration over companion, doesn't like high risk or uncertainty. So these people are those who really look for affiliation. If they feel affiliation in the organization, then definitely their motivation will remain be high. Next we have power. If workers, there are certain people of workers who really wants to control and influence others. If they feel they have power in the organization, then definitely they will work with full of enthusiasm. So again, it is a kind of motivation. Next theory we have Victor Vroom's theory of expectancy. So again, psychologist we had, the name was Victor Vroom's, who stresses and focuses on outcomes and not on needs, unlike Maslow and Herzberg. So basically the agenda of Vroom's, the advices of Vroom's to the company, for the companies or for across the business world, he said the desirable motivating behavior is not depend upon the fulfillment of needs. In spite of, it depends upon the outcomes. So he has given the formula like motivational force equals to expectancy into instrumentality into valence. So basically what it needs, what he tried to explain, if person putting their efforts, expectancy means person is putting their efforts according to the reward. So expectancy means efforts, instrumentality means performance, and valence means reward. So expectancy is about what employees expect from their own efforts. See, if an individual knows very well, like whatever he or she put their efforts, the desirable reward will definitely come, then definitely as per the expectancy of result of outcome, definitely accordingly they will put their efforts. So this is all about expectancy. Instrument means performance. Like each employee is a cog in the machine, so they work like a instrument which contributes to the business results. So basically from the very beginning, while joining any task in the organization, if they know the desirable result, the desirable reward they will get in future, accordingly they will put their efforts. Accordingly, after the after performance, after efforts, the desirable performance will come up, and valence means the reward. So this is all about your Vroom's theory. Next we have McGregor's theory, X and Y. So what he prescribed, he described to the business world there are two kind of people found in the workplace. So two kind of people, two group of people, one relates with the theory X and second group of people relates with the theory Y. What exactly about these theories? Like theory X says it is a traditional view of the workforce, holds that workers are inherently lazy, self-centered and lacking ambition. So this theory somewhere relates with the convention, somewhere relates with the traditional view, where people are not found so much courageous, you know, they are not so much active at the workplace, they are not thinking out of the box at the workplace. So these people belongs to theory X, whereas theory Y is just opposite of theory X. Here people are highly motivated, they are highly, you know, innovative people, they are eager to accept responsibility, they always ready to take risks, to take innovative kind of style while working, while putting their efforts at the workplace. So an appropriate management style is to focus on creating a productive work environment coupled with positive rewards and reinforcement. So these theories you have to understand. The question, definitely the MCQs will come up like in some questions they will directly ask about the theories meaning, somewhere they will you know, ask about the particular model, who has given this model. So you have to remember the theories, the father of the theory development. So this is these all are models which are related with your motivational theories. So here I am just ending this chapter here. In next session we will come with the another topic of management. Till then, please like, comment and share my channel. Thank you.